I want to make clear that our terms of reference did not name any individual or identify any particular country in respect of which allegations of corruption and fostering of interests had been made. Nevertheless, there have over the years been a very large number of NGO reports alleging efforts on the part of Azerbaijan to silence criticism in the Parliamentary Assembly in exchange for gifts, in exchange for money. And for that reason, the body focused its inquiry on allegations concerning Azerbaijan. There was a lack of transparency and sufficient regulation of the procedures for such appointments, especially for appointments of rapporteurs in general, and the appointments of rapporteurs in particular in relation to Azerbaijan. We found an issue of lack of transparency and an absence of safeguards against abuse, and those were also found to exist in the voting processes in the committees, which we found might affect the voting results and open the door to the possibility of the exertion of improper influences being brought to bear, including those of a financial nature. As to the functioning of the Parliamentary Assembly in matters concerning Azerbaijan itself, we did establish that there was a group of persons working in the Parliamentary Assembly in favor of Azerbaijan. We found a certain level of cohesion in their various activities, although we found it difficult to establish with any sufficient degree of certainty that they all formed part of a single orchestrated structure. In this context, we found that in their activities concerning Azerbaijan, several members and former members of the Parliamentary Assembly had acted contrary to the Assembly's ethical standards. On the practical functioning of election observations, which was one of the central issues raised in some of the early reports by the so-called body ESI, where it was suggested that there were very suspicious circumstances which led to the conclusion that there must be some corruption. Corruptive activities in favor of Azerbaijan. All I want to say is that the investigation body found that there was a strong suspicion that certain current and former members of the Parliamentary Assembly had engaged in activity of a corruptive nature. But again, I would like you to look at the report when you have access to it to see exactly what was alleged and how we alleged it, because I think it is important that this should not be reported in a soundbite form, but should be reported in its full form as to what our findings were and why we had reached those findings.